Hello once again people for coming here. I'd like to thank you for coming here again. Today's session is gonna be on relationships. Now, all relationships begin with God. First beginning with Adam and Eve in the Garden of Eden. Now, relationships was between God and Adam. You see, when God created Adam, he entrusted him the service and servitude and stewardship over the Garden of Eden. Now, Adam, being the first man, said, "Not your will, but my will be done." Now, this was incorrect, but we all know that all authority, which was what given to Adam, comes from God. This is when Jesus came back and Jesus said, "Not my will, but your will be done," proving Adam wrong. Because Jesus is of God, he's the Son of God. And he was saying to the people, as being an example, that what Adam said was wrong, and that we should not do our will, we'll only do what God's will says. Now, in please turn your Bibles to 1 Corinthians 7. This chapter 7 is based mainly on relationships, but mainly marriage relationships. Now, you can read it in your own time, but I'm going to read certain parts of it right now. Now, in beginning of chapter 7, verse 1 and 2, it says, "Now concerning the things of which you wrote to me, it is good for a man not to touch a woman. Nevertheless, because of sexual immortality, let each man have his own wife, and let each woman have her own husband." It is saying that people should not go around looking for to form relationships with other people just for sex. That's not how relationships are supposed to be formed. Relationships are supposed to be formed based on people's goals to achieve and their dreams and what they want to be in their life, which is to often be like God. Now, most people often believe that having sex in a relationship is bad or sometimes very good, but I'm saying it's good as long as you guys are married. Sex outside of marriage is known as adultery, and sex before marriage is known as fornication. Now, these are both sins. Thou shalt not commit adultery, and thou shalt not fornicate against thy neighbor's wife. You should not have sex with someone else's wife. You should not have sex with someone else's girlfriend. You should not have sex with anyone else if you're married. You should not have sex with someone else before you're married. You should not have sex with multiple people at one time. You should not do this. To be sexually immoral means that you love to have sex and you can't stop thinking about sex and all you want to do is sex. That's what sexual immorality is. Now, it is saying that nevertheless, because of sexual immorality, let each man have his own wife and let each woman have her own husband. That is saying that if you have a wife, you stay with that wife. If you have a husband, you stay with that husband. You do not leave them. Further on in the chapter, it also says that if you divorce your husband, if you divorce your wife, you're not supposed to get remarried to somebody else. You're supposed to stay divorced and not get married again, or reconcile with that person that you divorce. If you do not reconcile with that person and get married to somebody else while that person is still alive, then you are technically a adulterer. Now, anyway, so like in verse 10 of chapter 7, it says, "Now to the married I command, yet not I but the Lord. A wife is not to depart from her husband, but even if she does depart, let her remain unmarried or to be reconciled to her husband. And a husband is not to divorce his wife. But to the rest, I not the Lord say, if any brother has a wife who does not believe, and she is willing to live with him, let him not divorce her." So it is saying that if you get married to someone and that person wants to divorce you and you want to divorce that person, then like you should not divorce her. You believe that she doesn't love you anymore, do not divorce her, because you still love her. If he doesn't love you anymore, you do not divorce him. If he wants to divorce you, you do everything in your power to stay with that person. if the person is treating you bad, like a woman beater or a rapist or something that's treating you bad, then you report that person to the authorities. But do not do that under false pretenses. Do not lie to the government just to get something, just because you want something from that person, or you want something from the government to be given to you, just so you could leave that person alone when that person has done nothing to you. Do not do that. That's lying. You're lying against thy neighbor. Do not do that. Says right here in verse 28, but even if you do marry, you have not sinned, and if a virgin marries, she has not sinned. Nevertheless, such will have trouble in the flesh, but I would spare you. He is saying that when you get married, there is going to be trials, there's going to be tribulations, there's going to be troubles. He's telling us from now, there's going to be problems when you get married. Every married couple go through some problems as their relationship goes on. But it's up to us to have the strength to carry on through that marriage. It's up to the people within that relationship to get married. It's up to them to keep it going strong. That's how it's supposed to go. As far as arranged marriages go, also, I do not believe in arranged marriages. I do not like them, and I do not trust them. You're being forced to marry someone you do not love. I do not like that. That is not. Marriage is not supposed to be that. Love is not supposed to be that. You're supposed to be forced to love someone like that. You're supposed to meet someone, build a relationship with them, then get married to them. Not meet someone forcefully. Let's say you're supposed to marry this one to get to know them in like 2 weeks or something. No, that is not marriage. That is not love. That's forced love. God did not force His love on us. He told us His love. He explains His love, and He explains what His love will give us. That's what He did for us. He loved us so much, He gave His Son to die for us. That's a father-son relationship. When He told Abraham to kill Isaac, did Isaac fight against him? No, Isaac trusted his father. Did Abraham go over there to kill Isaac and then God asked him to kill his only son? No, Abraham trusted God. It's a father-son relationship. Abraham trusted his father in heaven, God, and Isaac trusted his father on earth, Abraham. So when Isaac laid on the table about to die, he still trusted in God. He wouldn't willingly lay on the table knowing that he trusts God. He has been more sacrifices with his father. He understands what the lamb goes on this table and the lamb is supposed to be sacrificed here. He knows that. But he trusted in God. He trusted in Abraham. And Abraham trusted in God. And when Abraham was so close to killing him, God told him to stop. Do not touch him. And then God gave him a ram to sacrifice unto him. That is love. You should form relationships with everyone around you. A friend-friend relationship, boyfriend-girlfriend relationship, girlfriend-boyfriend relationship, father-son, father-mother, brother-sister, sister-brother, those kind of relationships. Husband-wife, you form those kind of relationships with people. Those are the kind of relationships this world needs. But it's not like that now. I just hope that the people who see this video understand what I mean by this. That's it for this session. Thank you for coming here.